This is it.
Can't believe we're staying at the Psycho Killer B&B.
Oh, oh, that's so cool. It's a motion detector.
Hello?
Hello, Sydney. Did you miss me? Nice little town you found. You and your pretty daughter. Reminds me of where we grew up.
Well, you sure know a lot about me for another asshole hiding behind a voice changer.
Oh, I'm not hiding, Sydney. Not this time.
Down to the end.
I want to be a fighter, like you. If you hurt her.
I'm not going to hurt her until you're here to see it.
Let's unmask this fucker.
All your friends died for just being near you.
Where is my daughter? Tatum, listen to me. He's trying to find another way in. We're gonna do this together. You're gonna have to shoot him through the wall. Where? To the right of the door. Shoot him now! Do it now! Oh, you got it. He's dead. You need to make sure you shoot him in the head.
I'm gonna burn it all down.
Mother...
This is gonna be fun. Every day I'm gonna be watching, and the same day I'm gonna be talking about a movie I've never ever seen. Some I'll be watching on my laptop, some on my tablet, some on my TV, and some of them I'll see on the big screen. It's movie month time. What a way to make a podcast. Yes, it's all month long. From the 1st of June to the last, I will watch a film and then I will talk about it. It's 30 movie days of fun, 'cause there is no June 31.
Happy Friday, movie nerds! It's Friday, June 5th, which means it is day 5 of movie month. And for the 5th day in a row, I am here talking about a movie that I watched today that I've never seen before. And today I will tell you it's also a movie I'll never see again. Today I watched the 2026 horror comedy, mostly horror, Scream 7. And on a scale of 1 to 10, I wouldn't give this a 7. On a scale of 1 to 100, maybe then it would score a 7. Guys, I pick movies I want to see. And, you know, most of the time, I feel like I'm going to enjoy myself. Most of the time, I feel like I'm going to be fairly positive about the movie. And, you know, early on, I was into it. I'm always kind of into Scream or interested in Scream, but I always have a sort of problem with it. And I should say, the later Screams. You know, the original the original Scream is, you know, is it a horror masterpiece? Probably. Maybe. It is. It's fantastic. I've covered it for Fine Movies, Fine Spirits. Like it's been one of our horror movies, like a Halloween movies that we did a podcast for over there. It is a movie I saw in the theater back in those 1990s, and I remember, you know, loving it then. And I think we also went to see Scream 2 in the theater, but Scream 3 I think we rented on a digital video disc. And I, varying degrees of liking all of them. The first one, obviously, I loved. The second one, I kind of enjoyed. And the third one, I thought was okay. And then there's a YouTube video of me out there, and I probably have posted it on previous show notes before. And if I find it, I find it. It's on this website. This website, if you search Scream 4, you could find it. Maybe I'll put a link to it in the show notes. For Scream 4, for some reason, maybe because Scream 4 just came back, like Scream all of a sudden was back. I was like, oh, I'm excited. It was Wes Craven again. And I was like, okay, I'm totally into this. I'm ready for more Scream. And then I watched it, and I remember just being like physically angry in the theater, like putting my hands up, like, what am I watching? And I hated that movie. And then, of course, we go all the way up to 2022. So it's like 11 years later, they bring it back. And I'd like to think we're over the, you know, reboot with old legacy characters and just giving it the same name. I'd like to think we're done with that, because it's Scream 5, but it was called Scream. You know, obviously it's Scream 5 because the next two were Scream 6 and today's Scream 7. And I think I kind of like that one. I thought that one was okay. And then Scream 6, and I watched that, and I'm like, you know, there's little moments I kind of like this, I kind of like that, but then it's just, it always loses it for me. And it happened again with this one. The first half, I'm kind of into it. And I say first half because I watched it pretty much in two halves. I watched the first half today around lunchtime, and then I didn't get a chance to watch it or stopped watching. And I said, okay, I'll watch it later. Well, I went out tonight. I actually went out tonight there's a place in Salem, New Hampshire called Tuscan Village. And my neighbor, listen to this, he's in a band, and this was their first gig. And it's like just an outdoor kind of outdoor bar, outdoor eating area, outdoor shopping center. But there's a stage, and there's an area to sit, and like there's fire pits, and it's a really nice spot. And he's in a band called Rock Blocks, and it's basically, we're going to play a bunch of blocks of rock songs from the 80s. I mean, we're talking Journey, we're talking Bon Jovi, Van Halen, Poison, Def Leppard, all those songs that like I grew up loving. And it was awesome. It was great. It was a lot of fun. If you see my TikTok for tonight, Geek Mentality Mike on TikTok, or you see the short on YouTube, Fans Not Experts on YouTube, you'll see that I filmed the part of the video, or I filmed the video there while watching the show. And then I came home and I put on the rest of the movie. It was right around the part. Now, if you've seen the movie, then you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen the movie, well, get spoiled, because who cares? You know what spoiled the movie for me? Watching the movie. It's the story spoiled the movie. We get to the part where Sydney and Gail, I think that's when they decide, I'm going to do an interview with you, and we're gonna get to the bottom of this. I think at that point, it started to go downhill for me for just the sheer stupidity of what I was watching. My major flaw with the Scream movies is the killings. Right now, the first one was great because it had that whole meta feel with the horror movies, you live by these rules, and then there was, who's the killer, and the big surprise was there were, two of them, and there was a motive to that killing. And then the second one, it was a motive connected to the first one, and the third one, I like that they started, kind of making in the world of Scream, obviously they took a real life thing and they made a movie about it called Stab. So there's the world of Stab in the world of Scream, and it had something to do with that. I really don't remember. There was just that Creed song, "So this is the end." That's what I remember mostly from Scream 3. And then Scream 4, what happens to a certain thing in these Scream movies, and even in this reboot trilogy, 5, 6, and 7, is like the killer is just random. It's like, it's usually someone new, someone out of the blue. They say it's the most likely the boyfriend. No, wasn't it like no, it was the boyfriend, but it was in the first one, but with someone else. It's always someone else. Now we had 3 people killing. And I mean, the moment I saw Ethan Embry, and I mean, did he have a wig? Was it a hairpiece? Like to make him look that old and his hair receding that bad? Or is that what he looks like? If that's what he looks like, that was jarring. That was the scariest part of the movie. But the moment I saw him and he's like, he's talking at the mental hospital, and he knows all about so much going on. I'm like, well, I mean, not that he's like, well, you can't get someone with the gravitas. I really use gravitas a lot this month. You can't get someone, as recognizable as Ethan Embry and not have it pay off more. That was my thinking. And guess what? I was right. And he was one of the killers. And when they pulled the mask off, I literally said, this is so friggin' stupid. I maybe said a word worse than friggin'. And then they showed the other killer. It's just a random friend's mom who we saw have one conversation with Sydney, and now she's the killer. Oh, she talked about her abusive husband? No, she killed her husband. Oh, and her son? She killed him too. Or at least she doesn't care he was killed. Maybe the other guy killed him because he was turning too much to her husband. And I was just pulling my hair out at the stupidity of this. And early on, even the son who got killed, he's like, one of the girls goes, the killer's in there, kills in there. He goes, okay, I'll take care of it. And he runs in there and he comes out and he's dead. And I'm just like, Kevin Williamson wrote this and directed it. And like, is he any good? Like he struck gold with the first Scream. And it's just like when you see other horror franchises, it's generally the killer is still out there, and here's the new victims, and someone needs to stop the killer. And the killer is the same, and the victims change. In Scream, it's usually the victims are the same or an extended version of the same, and the killer changes every time. And then it's like, okay, here's the explanation. We didn't like you, Sydney, or the explanation, the killing, the people, all of it sucked. All of it. Who was good? Neve Campbell. She was great. She was doing the best she could. She didn't come back for the last one because she's like, I'm not, you guys, like, I'm one of the major, anchors of this whole series, and you want me, it was about pay. And then they came through for this one. And I thought Courtney Cox was good. Now I feel like maybe she's had some plastic surgery done. I don't know. It just seems like that to me. But she, as Gail Weathers, was still pretty great. In a mess of a script and just the normal stupidity of characters, none of it landed for me. And it doesn't look like it has great reviews, and yet it is. I believe it's the highest earning Scream movie to date. Now, obviously, inflation. We got 30 years difference. If you took the Scream from 30 years ago and used today's prices with the same amount of people, obviously that would have blown this out of the water. But it was still a big success to the point where I'm assuming they're going to make another dumb Scream 8. I don't know, but I mean, Neve Campbell. Okay, she makes it through the first one. She makes it through the second one. She makes it through the third one, and then she does come back for the fourth one, right? Doesn't she? And then I forget if she was in the fifth one. I think she was. Was she in the? Yeah, she was in the reboot, right? So it's like all this stuff happens, and she's still, I don't know. It's like maybe get away from everybody because the death is following you everywhere. I didn't know if Joel McHale was the daughter's dad until later on. Like I thought, oh, I don't remember the timeline. Did she have kids in the other ones? I thought her kids were in part 4. I don't think so now. I completely forget. At the poster, I thought Hayden Panettiere, whatever the hell her name is, was in this. No, it was just some other girl that plays her daughter. And I didn't even like really look. I'm like, oh, that's someone else. I enjoy the brother and sister who are part of this trilogy. They're basically the Randy of the movie. I enjoy them to a degree, but I feel like, no, I guess Randy was still Randy in the murder, like even when the murders were happening, because it's almost like they take murder too lightly, including, many of their friends were killed, and they're just really well adjusted and taking it very lightly. Now, McKenna Grace, I thought she was going to be bigger in this, and she had at least an interesting kill. I mean, it was bloody, and she's flying around on stage because she was in some play. There were some very gruesome kills in this. I don't know if that's trying to keep up with some of the crazy horror that I've yet to see, but the month is early. But I don't know. I would say, whoa, that's very violent for this, but okay, that's fine. I don't like this movie all that much. I think I've made that very clear. What else? Oh, so they bring Matthew Lillard back to be basically a mirage. He's not. It's like a bait and switch. So he's on the screen. And they're like, we don't think it's real. We don't think it's real. It's probably AI. And Sydney's like, oh, my daughter's boyfriend, Tatum's boyfriend, he's really into computers. Now, look, I'm into computers. I don't think I could do a professional job like that, but okay. You think he's into computers, and maybe he's very smart. They keep talking about how smart he is. So what's really friggin' stupid about this movie is all these videos keep getting sent to Sydney, and even phone calls and talking, and they say it's AI. Someone's using the, what is it called, where they change the face, and deepfake. And they say, okay, they're just doing deepfake to make it seem like Stu. Well, they got the voice down too, which is crazy because I don't know how many recordings they have of this guy from 30 years ago. I just don't know. But they nailed it. They somehow nailed the voice of someone they've never met and don't know. But again, very, very stupid. So the boyfriend, later on, the daughter finds in his car, on his computer, him making Stu AI videos doing the exact same thing that were the videos sent to Sydney. He goes, no, I was just making those to see if I could. And you know what? He was telling the truth. That was written into the script. Well, let's have him be a guy who, he's a little he might be suspected. Sydney doesn't trust him. So let's make him actually make those videos, but he's not the killer, just for fun, because later we'll have him be killed. What the hell was that? That is so dumb. She smacks him with obviously I would too, smacks him with the computer, runs. He shows up later, he goes, hey, I didn't see any killer. And again, I never trust that, but then the killer comes up, stab, stab, stab. He's dead. What? Very, very dumb. Again, she's trapped in this office, and she's on the phone with her mom. You shoot him, then you shoot him in the head. Shoot. Okay, fine, great. Now shoot him in the head. Oh, I'm afraid. And then he gets up, and boom, then you're taken away. Oh, everything is like just so dumb. Look, and guess what? Here's the crazy thing. If there's a Scream 8, I'll watch it. Because I'm a stupid son of a bitch. But I can't help myself. I do like hearing, Ghostface's voice again. And, everyone can use the voice. Like, that voice is the greatest voice modulator and, voice changer in the history of the world because everybody sounds the same. Everybody nails it perfectly. I liked the beginning where someone either built a replica or had the same house where all the murders happened, and they made that an Airbnb. I like that. That felt very current in I feel like my voice is deeper. My voice deeper today. I feel like it's very with the times. That felt very, like modern of today. So I liked that. And of course, the killer and one of the killers ends up being there. Which one? I don't know. Doesn't matter. What's the connection? Why'd they do it? I don't know. There was no reason except for it to happen. Again, I cannot believe that Anna Camp was one of the killers. When she took her mask off, I almost laughed. Now, I did enjoy when they said shoot her in the head, and both the daughters shot her in the head so many times as like the little punchline. This daughter should be really in therapy for the rest of her life, but, everything will be fine, and they'll be laughing in Scream 8 until all her other friends get killed when she's in college. I'm assuming. Can you believe there are 7 of these Scream movies? Like, people would joke and laugh when there were 7 Nightmare movies or 7 Friday the 13th movies, but Scream felt different. Scream felt like quality. And then they turned it into a trilogy, but it was a trilogy of Wes Craven and Neve Campbell, and it was like, and I believe Kevin Williamson wrote on those. Well, that was still, 20-something years ago. I mean, it makes money, so there's a chance we'll keep seeing it, but and unfortunately that includes me, but I don't care. If they never make another one, I'll be perfectly happy. One last thing I want to say. I was about to finish, but then I thought, wait a minute, isn't there something I mentioned that was so stupid? Yes. So these deepfakes are so good that they have this video somehow back in Sydney's house. They figure out how to get all these videos to sync up perfectly on every TV in their house, not their house, in Sydney's house. They figured out how to get all this connection, and then they brought back a bunch of victims that were killed to talk to Sydney. Don't you remember me? Laurie Metcalf is back. The dude from Felicity's back. David Arquette is back. Does he look anything like David Arquette when he was killed? No, he looks like David Arquette now because that's who they got. They got David Arquette now. Okay. This is the actors they could get. Like, why did they get what's her name who played the original Tatum? Why did they get Randy? Why did they get just like someone people would care about, not these randos from other sequels? Oh my God. And the fact that they all have their voices because everyone knew exactly what these people sound like. Unfriggin' believable. This movie was so stupid. There were a couple things, again, that I liked. A couple things I enjoyed. A couple of the things with the killing. Joel McHale in the construction area with all the plastic up. I like that visual, but it's like a couple gags, and just dumb shit surrounding it. And yet, I'll probably see the next one and do the exact same thing again. This wasn't even supposed to be today's movie originally. Originally, I had another movie, and then I decided to switch it out. And here we are. Am I glad I watched it? Yes, I am, because sometimes it's fun to complain about movies. Instead of just loving a movie and gushing over a movie, sometimes it's fun to look at this and go, what am I watching? And just spew a hatred that you might have. And maybe hatred's strong, but my God, the more I think about it, the more this movie was just a big old stupid mess. And I really didn't like it. And I can't wait for Scream 8. Oh my God. I'm done. We are done today, my friends. But I will be back tomorrow. It's the weekend. It's the freaking weekend. So baby, I'm about to have me some fun. Oh, why did I quote that guy? Oh, jeepers. But it is the weekend, and I'm looking forward to seeing 2 other movies. I'm not sure what they are yet. I got to get something lighthearted, and I have some ideas. Maybe tomorrow. I got to start going through the list. I knew I wanted to do Marvel. I knew I wanted to do Conjuring. I knew I wanted to do Scream. These are the ones I knew. I feel like I haven't watched a wholly original standalone movie yet. I mean, we got the Star Wars movie based on the TV show. We have the 2 Marvels. We had the Conjuring, the 4th Conjuring, and whatever, the 8th in the series. And here we are with goddamn Scream 7. I'm going to scream if I have to think about this movie anymore. We'll see what tomorrow is, though. But no matter what, I will be here, and I hope you will be too. But until then, you can find me everywhere on social media at Geek Mentality, except TikTok, which is Geek Mentality Mike. On Facebook, it's Fans Not Experts. On YouTube, it's Fans Not Experts. That's because the website where you can find all this fun shit is fansnotexperts.com. And just go to fansnotexperts.com/movie month to see every movie month post. I will see you tomorrow, my friends. Thank you for putting up with me today. Thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for following. Thank you for finding. Tomorrow's another day and hopefully a better day. But until then, I usually finish with thank you for listening and subscribing, but I already said that, so I guess I'll just go right into it. Here is my theme song. This is my podcast. I made it. Geek Mentality's what I named it. And I think you should listen and subscribe, 'cause I'm kinda funny and awesome. I think that I'm worth your time, and I'm kinda handsome. My mom says, please listen and please subscribe. At least listen to this episode.
Fans Not Experts.